A guy called John Wanamaker once said, "Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is I don't know what half." And Wanamaker was a very successful American retailer and considered by many to be a pioneer in marketing, so he's well qualified to make that observation. Now, if we fast forward 100 or so years from when he made this statement, not much has actually changed, because there's still a huge amount of marketing dollars being wasted, and there's still very little visibility as to what marketing is working and what is not. Now, in last week's video we discussed the different stages of marketing and promised that this week we'd take a look at marketing spend and ROI, because hope shouldn't be your strategy, not in business and not in marketing. So what is the right amount to spend? So much and no more, as Dr. Seuss could say. As with almost any expenditure, the law of diminishing returns applies, so you need to draw the line somewhere. And in my book there's 3 fundamental rules to follow if you want to minimise waste and maximise results. And the first rule is results, not return. Because everyone you care to listen to, including myself, will tell you that you need to measure ROI on your marketing. And it's a good principle, because marketing is an investment, not just a cost of doing business. But the problem is you can't measure your return on every marketing initiative. You just can't. For a specific campaign, sure you can. You ran a campaign, it delivered 12 leads, you converted 5, and the sales as a result was 35,000. Cost you $5,000, so great, that's a 7 times return on investment. But how about spending on a new website? You might not be able to track the results all the way through to a revenue number. However, you can measure some results, such as increased website traffic and search engine rankings and so on. It's not good enough to just say, "Oh, we can't track ROI." You must at least measure the results from your marketing spend, even if you can't measure the return. So results, not return. Now, the second rule is start at zero. The generally accepted wisdom is that 3% of turnover is about the right amount to spend on marketing. However, some industries that are heavily reliant on customer attraction strategies will be much higher, up to 8 or 9%, and then others will be much lower, often as low as around 1%. So I guess I'm saying there is no accepted wisdom, because it varies a lot. So your marketing budget every year needs to start at zero, not 1% or 3% or 5%. Your marketing costs need to be justified. And just as you would expect a certain level of output from a new hire, you should demand the same from your marketing. Challenge every cost. Just because you did something last year doesn't mean you should do it this year. And just because you spent 4% on marketing last year doesn't mean that is your new baseline. So focus on your objectives and your level of specific targeted investment that you need to achieve them. So that's the second rule, start at zero. And the third rule is follow the process. So to get the most out of your marketing dollars, you need to follow a process to deliver on rules 1 and 2. And it's really not very difficult. This is how you do it. 3 questions: why, what, and whistle. So firstly, why do you want to undertake this initiative? Maybe it's to gain more leads or launch a new product. Perhaps it's to improve your Google search ranking or to drive customers to your online shop. Whatever it is, you just need to be clear about why you're doing it, rather than just, "Oh, someone said you should," or "it seemed like a good idea at the time." And then next is what. What is the specific initiative in question? Perhaps it's that new website or a Google AdWords campaign or a new brochure. Whatever it is, be clear about the specifics and where the boundaries are. And then finally is the whistle. That's WSSL. What success looks like. So for your AdWords campaign, you're looking for, say, 25,000 in new sales. That's success for this initiative. That would be a good ROI. A new website, success could be to double your monthly website visitors to 3,000. Maybe you can't measure the ROI on this spend, but the increase in website visitors is a tangible result that you can measure. Again, a results, not return. Then once the initiative is complete, you can measure the actual results against what you said at the start. And then if it didn't work out, you can learn from the experience. If it did, you can do more of it and prioritise your marketing spend accordingly. So that's my 3 simple rules for deciding your marketing spend and measuring your outcomes. Results, not return, start at zero, and follow the process. Trust it was helpful. Feel free to send me your comments and questions, and then we'll see you again next week.